These are the colors that you get to pick from, not for your whole thing, but for the warping of your, it's what it's called when you put the yarn on your loom, it's called warping the loom. These are the warp choices. Take a good look and have your choice in mind before you come up so that you're not just standing there choosing. Take a good peek. Choose the very first color that you're going to use. Once you've chosen, and I call your table up, you're going to come up here to the store. You're going to pull from the string that's coming out of the top of the yarn. They all have one. You're going to choose it. You're going to pull it, dangle it down to your feet, and then pinch it right here. And you're going to pull it, because you want it twice as tall as you. So, I don't know if I quite did. Let me check. Okay, so I've got it from my feet all the way up to my head. I'm going to pinch it there, hold it tight, and then cut it. And now I've got the perfect amount for my loom. Make sure you don't cut it too small so that we can find that hanging piece out. You're going to take this and go to your seat. This circle is going to be our handy dandy loom for our circle weavings. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to decide, what do you want to be on the front? Do you want the white or do you want the brown? Whichever one that is going to be on the front, you're going to flip over to the back. You're going to write your name, and you're going to take turns with this template. There's a little 11 teeny tiny triangles around the outside. All you're going to do is start at the point and go straight up, because you need 11 little dashes on the side of your, gotta line mine back up. So you need 11 dashes across the outside of your loom. Once you have your 11 dashes, you're going to pass this to the next person at your table, and you're going to go ahead and number them. And it doesn't matter where you start, but you're going to start with 1 and move around like a clock, except instead of 12, we're just going to go up to 11. The next thing you're going to do is take some scissors and you're going to cut the little teeny tiny lines straight on the line. Now I'm done preparing that part of my loom, and now I need some yarn. To start out, you're going to go to the yarn store and you're going to cut a piece of yarn that's about as tall as you times 2. Then you're going to take it over here to number 1, tape it down, and you're just going to go through the little hole. So we're at number 1. We're going to go across the street to number 6. Then we're going to go to the neighbor's house at 7. Then we're going to go across the street to number 2 and to the neighbor's at 3. Then we're going to go across the street to number 8 and to the neighbor's at 9. Then across the street to 4 and the neighbor's at 5. Then across the street, which is behind, all these are behind, to 10, and then to the neighbors at 11. There we go. Now I'm going to flip it over to the back. I'm going to take the rest of my yarn, go underneath, and pull that. I just went directly across and went under all of the strings and kind of pull it up. And then we're going to tie a little knot. So to tie my knot, I'm going to go behind this string. This one's on top, and I have a hole here. So this guy is going to go underneath and I'm gonna keep my finger in there and pull it tight. Once you have that situated, you can start weaving with what's left. I have quite a bit left, so I can start weaving with this. If you don't have very much left, you can go ahead and go back to the art store and choose your first color. And for this one, you just need to cut a string that is as tall as you one time. I'm going to go ahead and weave with this a few times before I add my new one on. So I'm going to pick anywhere to start, and you're going to go under, over, under, over, under, over, and go about half the loom and pull it, and then go for the rest. So this last one was under, this one's over, under, over, under, over, under, and go ahead and pull it. And then I just keep going around and around. So that one was under, over, under, over, under, over, under. So I have a little bit more than the radius of my circle. It's going past the white edge and a little bit more. I would recommend at least having to the white edge. Don't get any smaller than that, or it's going to be really hard to tie your knot. When you're ready, you can tie a knot any way that you like to tie a knot. You can do it like you're tying your shoe, where you cross it and turn it and pull it. You'll just have to hold the sides as you do that. Or you can put your two yarns together, loop it around your two fingers, and pull it through, then pull it tight. And then once you've joined your thread, then you just keep on weaving. When I get to the part where my knot is coming close, I'm going to just kind of tuck that underneath. And it may pop out again, but you can just tuck it back under there.
Now we're going to get ready to add some beads. You're going to make a little tape needle by trimming a piece of tape, laying your thread right in the middle, and then you're going to roll your piece of tape over so that there's a little bit of sticky still showing, and you can roll it again and that little sticky part of the tape will kind of seal it together. And then if you want, you can trim a little bit off and make a little triangular point on the edge. You don't have to do this, but if you're having trouble with your beads going through and your tape is too thick, you can do it that way. Now you can go ahead and slide a bead on and then let it sit where you want it and just keep on weaving.